Welcome to my channel. Do you ever feel like you're learning English, but you're not really improving? You go to class, you do your homework, you watch English videos on YouTube, maybe you even try to speak sometimes, but your English, it still feels slow. You forget words, you get nervous when you speak, you don't feel confident. I understand. You're not alone. Many learners feel this way. They ask me, why is my English not getting better? And I always say the same thing. It's not about how hard you work, it's about how often you practice. Think about it like this. If you go to the gym once a week and exercise for 2 hours, will you get strong? Maybe a little. But if you exercise just 15 minutes every day, you'll see more change faster. It's the same with English. Today, I'm going to show you something simple, something powerful. Something that can really change your English forever. It's not a secret, it's not expensive, and it's not difficult. It's called daily English practice, but the right kind of practice. In this video, I'll tell you why daily practice works, what you should do each day, how to build a routine that fits your life, and how to stay motivated even on the hard days. So, stay with me. Because even if you practice just 5 or 10 minutes a day, the results will surprise you. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. Let's begin your new English journey today. Chapter 1: The Power of Daily Practice. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is better, studying English for 2 hours every Sunday or practicing just 10 minutes every day? Most people say 2 hours is better. It's more time. But actually, that's not true. If you want to really improve your English, you need to practice every day, even if it's only 10 minutes. Even if it's just listening to a short podcast or reading one paragraph. Daily practice is the secret. It sounds simple, and it is. But it works. Let me tell you why. Your brain doesn't learn best from big lessons. It learns best from small, repeated actions. If you study English for 2 hours on Sunday, you'll learn something, yes. But by Monday, you forget a little. On Tuesday, you forget more. And by Friday, you've forgotten most of it. Why? Because your brain didn't see that information again. It didn't think it was important. So it let it go. Now imagine this. You study English for just 10 minutes every day. On Monday, you learn 3 new words. On Tuesday, you hear one of those words again in a podcast. On Wednesday, you write the word in a sentence. On Thursday, you say the word out loud. By Friday, you don't forget the word, you remember it forever. Why? Because your brain saw it again and again. That's how learning works. Let me tell you a story. One of my students, her name is Sarah. She started learning English last year. She was a complete beginner, no English at all. She said to me, I don't have time. I work full time. I take care of my children. I can't go to English classes. I told her, can you give just 10 minutes a day to English? She said, yes, I can try. So we made a small plan. Every morning, she would listen to a short English audio while she made tea. After work, she would read one small paragraph in English. Before sleeping, she would speak 1 or 2 sentences to herself in the mirror. That's it. No classes, no grammar books. Just small practice every day. After 3 months, she sent me a voice message. She said, hello, teacher. Today I spoke English with my manager. I was nervous, but I did it. I could hear the excitement in her voice. After 6 months, she watched a movie in English with no subtitles. And she understood more than half, all from just 10 minutes a day. Now, was it easy? No. Some days, she didn't want to do it. She was tired. She was busy. But she didn't stop. She stayed consistent. And that made all the difference. This is what I want to tell you. You don't need a classroom. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need perfect grammar. You need a simple routine, and you need to follow it every day, even when you don't feel like it. That's where real improvement happens. Think of other things in life. If you want to get fit, do you exercise one time for 4 hours? No. You move your body every day. If you want to eat healthy, do you eat one good meal a week? No. You eat well every day. Language is the same. It's not a one time event, it's a daily habit. Even 5 minutes is enough if you do it every day. Listen to a short podcast while cooking. Read an Instagram post in English. Speak 2 sentences while walking. Watch a YouTube short. Write one line in your notebook. These small things build your English step by step. And don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are good. Mistakes mean you're learning. When babies learn to speak, they make mistakes all the time, but they don't stop. They keep going, and soon they speak perfectly. You can do the same if you practice daily. You may not see results in 1 week. You may not feel different in 1 month. But one day, you'll hear someone say something in English and you'll understand. You'll go to the shop and speak English without thinking. You'll write a message and it will feel easy. That's the power of daily practice. So if you're watching this and thinking, my English is not good, don't worry. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up every day, even for a few minutes. Start small, but start today. In the next chapter, I'll show you exactly what to practice each day. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a big plan. You just need small, smart steps every day. Let's keep going. Chapter 2. What to practice every day. Now that you know why daily English practice is important, let's talk about the next big question. What should you practice every day? Many learners feel confused at this stage. They ask, should I study grammar? Should I read a book? Should I take an online course? But here's the good news. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a book. You need 5 minutes and curiosity. English has 4 basic skills: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. If you work on just one of these skills every day, even for a few minutes, you will get better. Not maybe you will. And it doesn't have to feel like schoolwork. It can feel light, simple, and even fun. Let's break it down. Let's start with listening. You don't have to listen to long, boring recordings or classroom lessons. You can listen to something small and interesting. For example, an English podcast that's made for beginners. There are many on YouTube and Spotify. Just search English podcast for beginners. Play it while you cook, while you clean, or while you walk. You don't have to understand every word, just listen. Your brain will start to hear the patterns, the sounds, the rhythm of English. Slowly, you'll begin to understand more without even trying. Next is reading. Many people think reading means textbooks or long novels, but that's not true. You can read anything as long as it's in English. Read a blog post about something you like. Read the comments under an English video. Read a news story made for English learners. Read your favorite story from your childhood in English this time. The goal is not to finish a big book. The goal is to enjoy reading a little bit every day. One paragraph is enough. If you enjoy it, you'll come back tomorrow. And that's the most important thing. Now let's talk about speaking. This is the skill that makes most learners nervous. They say, I don't have anyone to talk to, or I feel shy when I speak. I understand. Speaking is hard at first, but the only way to improve is to start small and simple. You don't need a partner. You can speak to yourself. Yes, talk to yourself. Say 1 or 2 sentences about your day. I woke up at 7. I am drinking tea now. I feel tired. That's all. Do it in front of a mirror. Listen to your voice. Get comfortable hearing yourself speak in English. It will feel strange at first, and that's okay. but over time it will feel more normal. And when you finally speak to someone else, it will be easier. Finally, we have writing. Again, you don't need to write essays. You don't need to write a book. Just write a few lines. Write 3 sentences about your day. Write what you see outside your window. Write what you are feeling. You can even write messages in English to yourself in a notebook or on your phone. The important part is to use English actively. When you write, you slow down. You think about the words. You remember better. You become more confident. So here's a simple idea. Pick one skill each day. Don't try to do everything. One day, listen. The next day, read. The next, speak. The next, write. And then repeat. 5 minutes for each. That's it. If you want to do more, great. But if not, even a few minutes is enough if you do it every day. Let me give you an example. Monday. Listen to a 5-minute podcast while cooking dinner. Tuesday. Read a short blog post about your favorite hobby. Wednesday. Speak 3 sentences to yourself in the mirror. Thursday. Write 3 lines in your notebook about your day. Friday. Listen again to the same podcast. Saturday. Watch a short YouTube video in English. Sunday. Rest or review something you liked from the week. See? It's not heavy, it's not difficult, but it's powerful. And remember this. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, but mistakes are part of learning. When babies learn to speak, they say funny things. They make lots of mistakes, but they don't stop. They keep trying. And one day, they speak perfectly. You are the same. Keep going. The most important thing is to remove fear. Don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to forget words. Don't be afraid to not understand everything. Just show up every day, even for a little while. If it feels fun, you'll come back tomorrow. That's how you grow. In the next chapter, I'll help you build a personal English routine, something that fits your life, your schedule, and your style. You don't need more time. You just need to use the time you already have in a smarter way. Let's do that together in Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Building your own daily routine. Now that you know why daily practice matters and what to practice, it's time for the next step. Building your own English routine. This chapter is all about making English a natural part of your day. Not something extra, not something difficult. Just something that fits into your life, like brushing your teeth, having your coffee, or checking your phone. A good routine doesn't feel heavy. It feels easy. It fits your lifestyle. And once it becomes a habit, you won't even think about it, you'll just do it. Some learners say, I don't have time to study English. But here's the truth. You don't need more time, just use your time in a smarter way. You already have moments in your day where you can practice, you just haven't noticed them yet. Let's look at 3 different types of learners. First, imagine a student. Maybe you study full-time and your days are already full of classes, homework, and friends. But you still have little moments walking to school, waiting for the bus, taking a break. You can use those moments. Listen to an English podcast on your way to school. Read an English blog during lunch. Write your class notes in English. Speak to yourself in English while walking home. You're not adding anything new, you're just switching the language. Now think of a full-time worker. Your schedule is probably very busy. You work all day, maybe you commute, and at night you're tired. But even here, you can find small windows. While getting ready in the morning, describe your actions in English. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm putting on my shoes. While on your lunch break, read one short English article. At night, before bed, write 3 lines about your day in English. Just 5 to 10 minutes in each part of the day, that's enough to build progress. Finally, think about a parent, especially a busy one with young kids. You may feel like there's no time at all, but your daily life can be your classroom. When you're with your children, say simple things in English. Let's go. It's bedtime. Where is your toy? If your child is learning with you, even better. Turn on English cartoons or songs. Read a short children's story in English. And when the house is quiet, take 5 minutes just for you to listen, read, or speak a little. Let's now look at 3 sample routines morning, afternoon, and evening. These are just examples. You can mix them or change them to fit your own life. Morning routine for early risers. While brushing your teeth or making breakfast, listen to an English audio or podcast. Read a few headlines in English on your phone news, sports, or entertainment. Speak 1 or 2 sentences to yourself about your day. Today, I have a meeting. I want to finish my project. Write a quick to-do list in English. Buy groceries. Call my friend. Read a hot page. Total time? 10 minutes. And you're ready for the day. Afternoon routine for busy days. During lunch or a break, read a short blog or article in English, something fun or interesting. Take a minute to write what you learned or liked in a notebook or app. If you're walking or commuting, play a YouTube video or a podcast in the background. Try saying a few words from the article out loud, practice pronunciation. Total time 10-20 minutes without stopping your day. Evening routine for quiet moments. Watch a short English video or show. Write a few sentences about your day. I felt tired today, but I cooked dinner. Reflect. What did I learn today in English? What word did I hear more than once? Say goodnight to yourself in English. Even that is practice. Total time 10 minutes. A peaceful end to your day. See how simple this is? You're not making your day longer. You're just changing small parts of it. That's how you make English a part of your life. Here's something else. Routines don't have to be perfect. If you miss a day, that's okay. If you feel tired, do less. If you have more time, do more. The most important thing is don't stop completely. Keep coming back the next day. Because once the routine becomes natural, you won't have to force it. It will become part of who you are. Also, write your routine somewhere on a wall, on your phone, or in a notebook. When you see it every day, it reminds you. And that small reminder keeps you going. Your English routine should match your life. There is no best routine. The best one is the one you can follow every day, with peace, not pressure. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to stay motivated, even when life gets busy or boring. I'll show you how to track your progress, even the small wins, and how to keep going when you feel stuck or tired. You're doing great. Let's keep going one day at a time. Chapter 4. How to stay motivated and track progress. So now you have everything you know why daily practice is important, what to practice each day, and how to build a personal routine that fits your life. But there's one more thing you need. It's something many learners forget about. It's the reason most people start learning English and then stop after 1 week or 1 month. That one thing is motivation. You can have the best plan, you can find the best resources, but if you don't stay motivated, you'll stop. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't care, but because life is busy and motivation is what helps you come back to English even when you're tired, busy, or not in the mood. So, how do you stay motivated? First, let's talk about something very important. Progress is not always visible. Sometimes you feel like you're not improving. You read, listen, speak, and write, but your English feels the same. You might even feel worse. You forget words. You make mistakes. You feel stuck. And then you say to yourself, maybe I'm just not good at English. But here's the truth. You are improving. You just can't see it yet. Think about how trees grow. You water them every day, but nothing changes in one day or two. After weeks, you might see a small leaf. After months, you see a branch. And one day, one beautiful day, you see a flower. English is the same. You're growing roots, even if you don't see them yet. That's why tracking your progress is so helpful. It shows you the small wins you might not notice. And small wins are powerful. They keep you going. You can track your English in many easy ways. You don't need anything fancy, just a notebook or a notes app on your phone, or even a simple calendar. Here's how to start. Write the date each day you practice. Write what you did. For example, listen to a podcast, 5 minutes. Learn 3 new words. Write how you felt. I was tired, but I did it. Write 1 new word or sentence you liked. That's it. After 1 week, you'll look back and say, I did this for 7 days. After 1 month, you'll see all the things you did. That feels good. That makes you want to keep going. Another way to stay motivated is to celebrate small wins. Most people only celebrate big things, passing an exam, getting a job, speaking fluently, but those things take time. If you wait for big wins, you might feel discouraged. So instead, celebrate the small ones. Did you understand one joke in English? Celebrate it. Did you speak one full sentence without stopping? That's a win. Did you finish watching a full English video even with subtitles? Amazing. Did you write one line in English before bed? That counts. These small wins are not small, they are steps, and every step matters. Another thing that helps is reminding yourself why you started. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to watch movies without subtitles. Maybe you want to make new friends. Whatever your reason, write it down. Put it somewhere you can see. On your wall, on your phone, in your notebook. When you feel tired, read it. Remind yourself why English matters to you. Also, don't compare yourself to others. This is very important. Everyone learns at their own speed. Some people learn fast, some slow. Some have more time, some have less. That's okay. Your English journey is yours. The only person you need to compare yourself to is the you from yesterday. If today you listened for 5 minutes and yesterday you listened for 0, that's progress. Be proud of that. Let me share something my student once told me. She said, I thought I wasn't improving, but one day I watched a movie in English and I understood more than I expected. I didn't understand every word, but I followed the story and I realized my English is growing. That's the moment I want for you. You may not notice it now, but one day you'll be watching a movie and you'll suddenly realize you understood it and you'll smile because that is the power of daily practice. So don't give up. Keep going. Even when you feel stuck, even when it feels slow, even when you think it's not working, because it is working. Here's one last idea. Find a way to enjoy the process. Choose content you like, topics you care about, people who make you smile. If learning feels like a punishment, you won't want to do it. But if it feels like something fun or interesting, you'll come back to it. So here's what I want you to do today. Start your own English tracker on paper or your phone. Write what you practiced today. Write how you felt. Write one word or sentence you learned. And then do it again tomorrow. Because small steps, taken every day, lead to big change. If this video helped you even a little, then do something small but powerful for your English today. Subscribe to this channel. It's free and it helps you stay on track with simple daily English tips that actually work. Like this video so it can reach more learners just like you people who want to improve.